Brace yourself. The Heavy Bowgun is here to turn every hunt into a one-man artillery strike. Slow, but unstoppable. This beast of a weapon delivers crushing power that shatters any monster standing in your way. Get ready to lock, load, and rain hellfire down on your enemies. What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be going over the final weapon in my guide series, the Heavy Bowgun. Though very similar to the light bowgun, it does have a few things that stand out, and that's why we're going to break it down, and this wasn't all just one video. That being said, let's get into it. The Heavy Bowgun, unlike the light bowgun, is the ultimate powerhouse for those who prefer sheer firepower over speed. Everything that it loses when it comes to mobility, it makes up for in damage. It makes up for with high impact shots and a massive arsenal of ammo types. And this is what you need to know. The damage type. The Heavy Bowgun is all about hitting hard. It excels in dealing devastating blows. It does have a lot slower reloads than its cousin, the light bowgun, and it's got a lot wider range of ammo, including new special types that the Heavy Bowgun can be customized for almost anything. And lastly, its alternate fires, Wyvern Fire and Siege Mode. Now, just like its cousin, the light bowgun, the Heavy Bowgun has different types of ammo. If you didn't watch the other light bowgun video, then let me break it down for you one more time. Every bowgun has customizable options. Every bowgun also comes with a minimum of normal ammo, pierce ammo, and spread ammo. Other than that, they change just a little bit based on what it is that you're using. So in the case of this Gormagala Heavy Bowgun, you can see that we have normal ammo level 1 with capacity 6, pierce ammo 3 with capacity 4, spread ammo 1 with capacity 4, and slicing ammo level 1 with capacity 3. However, if you look, it doesn't have sticky ammo, cluster bombs, wyvern ammo, poison, any of those. If you look at the Griffin, the one that I have, you can see that all I have are normal pierce and spread. And that's because mine doesn't have an element on it, meaning I don't get to use that type of element. However, because of this, just like the light bowgun, customizability is everything. You guys decide what you want to use. Whether that's an elemental set, whether that's a supportive set using the recover demon and armor ammo, or a kind of jack of all trades. It's up to you guys to decide. Just like the light bowgun, heavy bowguns also get customizability. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and take a look at mine. Just like my light bowgun build, I am using a pierce build, meaning I have chosen for pierce ammo powder. This will change based on what your preference is. If you like using normal ammo, you would go with normal ammo. You can see that it raises the level to 3. For me, because I'm using pierce, this is what I opted for. The same for spread or elemental. Next up, ignition mod. So, the way these mods work are as follows. You can increase both the level of your ammo, as well as you can upgrade the capacity of that ammo. So if I were to put on a pierce ammo magazine, I could go to capacity level 5, meaning I would have 5 shots before I need to reload. Or spread normal. What I am doing is ignition mod. And the reason I'm doing ignition mod, we will get to later in the video. Long story short, the alternate fire that happens with a mode swap on the Heavy Bowgun is really, really cool. So we'll break that down. Last up is the special ammos. We have Wyvern Piercer Ignition or Wyvern Heart Ignition, Wyvern Blast, and Wyvern Counter. So this is special ammo that can only be used during the ignition mode. We have the Pierce or we have the Wyvern Heart. Personally, Wyvern Heart is a long outreach blast I'm not a huge fan of, so I stick to Wyvern Pierce. It goes along with my Pierce build. Next up, Wyvern Blast or Wyvern Counter. This one also can only be done. This one is kind of just like a big attack. It hits pretty wide cone in front of you. And then you have the Wyvern Counter. I'm stumbling over my words. which gives you an offset effect. Imagine that. Heavy bowgun going toe-to-toe with a monster, hitting an offset attack? Who would have thought about that, right? Alright. Now that we have the basics down, let's go ahead and go over this. So to start, just like the light bowgun, right-click to aim, left-click to fire. Like I said, I'm using a Pierce build. However, I have other types of ammo should I need them. Thankfully, you don't have to craft them anymore, which is huge. So, there is a similar dodge mechanic to the heavy bowgun, like the light bowgun. Instead of sliding, though, you just do a full roll. You have a sidestep after fire, so kind of like hopping on the lance, and then you can sidestep into a roll. Next up, mode swap. In the right side of my screen, towards the bottom, you can see that the gauge is now glowing. What happens now is Wyvern Piercer Ignition. This is the one that I have chosen. Wyvern Piercer. It fires a little ball. Just shoot it up here. You can see. That little ball, the longer it travels and the more it hits through a monster, the more damage it's going to do. So on your monsters that are really long, like Jindahad or Arkveld with his chain blades, really, really potent and really, really strong. Okay? On top of that, you get a guard. Just like weapons with a shield, you can perfect guard, perfect counter, and you can power clash with a monster. What you sacrifice for mobility with the heavy bowgun, you get brute stopping power, whether that's through your guard or the raw damage that you put out. One more side note is that the guard is actually always active when you're aiming down sights. It does something called auto-guarding. Auto-guarding will not allow you to hit perfect guards, but it does prevent knockback at the cost of a little bit of health and some stamina. So make sure to keep that in mind when you're playing. Farfeld's going for his big wave finisher attack with the opportunity strike after. I would not recommend you tank it. It hurts. But if that's what you want to do, stand your ground. I respect it. That being said, with the heavy bowgun, you're not just hunting monsters. You're obliterating them. The sheer force of your shots will make every monster think twice before stepping into your line of sight. Take your place as the battlefield's true artillery master, and let the raw power of the heavy bowgun be the last thing your prey ever sees. With that being said, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.